Welcome back to this part of the episode. Thanks for listening to the Gunpowder, Propane, and Jesus podcast. Let's light it up.
And I've done the one chip challenge.
Oh,
How did that go?
That's rough.
So this is going to make me sound like a freak, as if the baby oil story didn't.
we're that ship is gone.
Where I went
We're
to
out
college,
sea.
we had this huge bus ministry where we'd go into Chicago and pick up a bunch of kids and bring them to church every week. And there was this promotion they'd done every year for years called Goldfish Sunday.
Where you swallow a goldfish?
Yep. So part A of that is everyone who comes to church gets a little goldfish they take home with them. That's cool and normal. Could have stopped there.
Yeah.
Part 2 is the bus captain will eat a goldfish if however many kids come on the bus.
I had a quick captain in that day.
So I set a number and I
One
was like,
goldfish or one goldfish for each kid on the
so I
bus?
said, I'll eat one goldfish if 40 kids get on this bus. But if we get 60 kids on this bus, I'll put the goldfish onto a one chip challenge and eat them together.
No.
Oof.
And I was like, dude, there is no way we'd never have more than 30 kids on that bus.
Yeah.
There were 70 something kids that day.
Oh, man.
So I thought I had it all figured out. I had a gallon of Bluebell ice cream like ready to go because I watched the videos on how to survive it. I never even I chewed up that goldfish and never even tasted it. That's how hot that chip was.
Really?
Like it's like everyone's like, did the fish make it worse? I'm like, it's like the fish wasn't even there. I never even tasted the fish.
That is
My mouth
nuts.
shut down.
Did you have any like physical like?
Yeah, I was like, my vision was flashing and I was sweating like crazy. It was probably 10 minutes of torture. Like, I'd rather die than be doing this right now. Somebody shoot me in the head. And then about an hour of this is really bad, but I can breathe. And then as soon as your mouth gets better, the stomach starts.
Oh.
I ate that chip and then I ate a whole half gallon of ice cream, because I kept eating ice cream because it made me feel better. And then they started interacting and it was not good.
Oh.
Hey, babe.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It was
Be a
worse
case
than-
of toilet paper in the freeze, please.
Yeah, it was rough.
So a live goldfish and a one chip challenge.
I put him on top of the fish and he just
like an hors
instantly,
d'oeuvre.
Yeah,
like
he
a
just
fancy
as
man.
soon as,
died
as soon as he hit the chip, he just quit moving.
Really? Schofield can't hold his Schofield.
Dude, he inhaled it.
Scoville units. Yep, I went to science. You're good. You're bad at math. I'm bad at science.
That was a good joke, though.
Thank you.
That was
Schofield Scovilles. Oh my Lord.
You got to have the drum track. Come
Oh,
on.
hang on. I got it
Come
somewhere.
on.
Hang on. I just
know
saw
it's
it
in
too.
there.
You're making me nervous. Hang on.
It must
Where
be
is
you,
it?
Evan, because, he screwed this whole podcast up from the get-go this morning.
I did
I'm
not,
sorry.
man.
What kind of magical hold do you have on John?
Look, he said it was love at first sight. That's that
Yeah.
Man Crush Monday.
Oh,
You said
man.
lightning bolt.
Look, it carried over to Friday.
Wow.
First kiss Friday.
That's what I meant to play earlier. I couldn't find it, but I do have a drum roll somewhere just for you.
Oh, man.
John, you
what
gotta
is it,
get-
4
you gotta get
million
more-
Scoville heat units.
Something like that. Every year they come out with a new chip.
That's crazy.
It's crazier, apparently. This was like 2022, I think, 2021.
When did COVID happen?
2020.
Was it?
Yeah, it was March of 2020.
Yep, that's right, because 19 is when CT and them came here.
Man, that's messed up everything. A whole
Yeah.
lot. Well, messed up, made better, made worse.
It happened my sophomore year of college,
How old are you, Evan?
26.
Good Lord, you look so old. Golly. You got some city miles on
That
you.
man can drive the
Dog.
church van now.
Yeah, dude.
You're finally on the insurance.
I'm on insurance.
It's like sky high. Man, I put Lily on our car insurance. It went from $120 to $600 a month.
Yeah. So
I'm like, why did I have kids? This is
Mine
terrible.
is just now getting good because I was not a bad driver. I'm a good driver. I just had a bad string of luck. I had 3 insurance claims in 2 years.
So what were the claims?
2 of them were deer.
Okay. Yeah,
And
that
then
happens.
one of them was bad. I was trying to submit a paper before a deadline, and I had my laptop on the console of my truck.
oh my gosh.
In Chicago traffic, stopping and going and stopping and going, and the car stopped, and I goed
Go.
and just hit a Dodge minivan. And
Deal
no,
with elderly children.
Poor old lady.
no
elderly
disrespect to the people. They were super nice, super cool. It dented in the minivan door and it shattered that window.
Uh-huh.
Cops in Chicago, they wouldn't even come. So we drove to the station, got a report. They're all good. A week later, my insurance company calls me. They're claiming max bodily damage. They claimed $10,000 of property inside the vehicle was damaged.
What do they have in that thing?
Nothing. There was nothing in the car. They just went to work on us.
You didn't take pictures or nothing.
No, I mean, I had pictures of the car, but not the inside.
So,
Yeah.
And
It's
they
a good
both,
rule of thumb. I was in the collision industry for 30 years. I've never heard anybody say take pictures of the inside contents of the
because
car.
they're like $10,000 worth of stuff got broke, and I was rolling 10 miles an hour. Like,
You can
But,
take,
hey, there's nothing
you can
you
take
can do
pictures
after.
of anything the eye can see nowadays.
and
Yeah.
the police report said they weren't hurt, but well, you can always feel bad the next day, so there's nothing they can do about that.
Sometimes
So
it takes 2-3 days for it to kick
they
in.
maxed out my coverage by the
rule
time it was
number
all
one,
said and done.
Tint your windows dark.
Yeah.
So nobody
Yeah.
can take pictures.
And then say you had 20 MacBooks in there.
Well, I had all my computers in there.
Yeah,
We were going
everything
to the
they
shop.
owned was in their minivan. Apparently,
We had a
That's where
Ferrari in
John
the
got
trunk.
this board from.
Shut your mouth,
Repsale.com.
Yep.
man. eBay.org.
Yeah,
I didn't go the real
this
one.
board may have been in their van. That's how it got
I think
damaged.
it was. That's how I got such
Small
a good deal on
world.
it.
That's how you're the first guest because you and that board have a connection.
Yep.
Dude, we've been traveling
The
through life
Lord
to
brought
this
y'all
moment.
together like all four of them
That board has
tires.
screwed you more than twice in your life. Then and today when it started 3 hours late.
You shut your mouth. You're going to have to get a new sound guy.
Hey, it's better than last week.
yeah.
I will say, well, that's
we got
to be
make sure-
determined to make sure it's recorded.
I think it's recorded. I'm getting lights and everything. Oh, wait.
Yeah, but we didn't start till after this time last week.
That's true.
Shut your mouth.
It was like 11.
Evan ain't got nothing to do. He's just a stinking youth pastor with
Yeah,
2
man.
kids and a wife.
Friday's my off day.
Oh, this is it.
And
Yeah.
he still got up early to come be with
When
us
did you
this morning.
get a front gate, man?
My new house has a front gate.
You got a new house.
Yeah, we're not there at where you moved to sin anymore.
Why haven't I been invited to the new
You scared
house?
him.
Are you blown up that much? Huh? Do you have a pool?
No.
Jacuzzi?
It might be the
No.
FBI.
I mean, I
wanted
do have
list.
a pool. I got my daughter a little Tractor Supply pool the other day. I really did. That first day when it was stupid hot.
A horse trough is
Hey,
what
we
you
can
got.
get you a pool. We
I
can have
actually-
you swimming in about 4 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Curse pool in her.
I went to get her a water trough because I thought that'd be cool. But
Yeah, that'd be way
They
better.
heat
They're
up quick.
expensive.
they heat
boys.
up quick. They're expensive, and they had a little blue like plastic one for $20 right next
Oh,
to it. So I
that's a
just grabbed
deal.
that thing and took it
Sold.
home.
I'll take this
And
one.
she swam for 2 hours.
She's
yesterday.
tiny anyway, isn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah.
Oh, she can belly flop in that thing. Like it's
she's
plenty big
lovely.
enough for her.
How's is Damon? Has he been in the pool? Cameron. Same thing.
I'll call him Damon.
Damien.
now. Damon's way cooler.
Damien.
In the world.
Sorry, I
he
for-
likes the pool on the second day
Yeah.
because we'll fill it up the first day. It's too cold for him, but then it sits in
He's
the
like-
sun. And the second day he likes it. Then the third day it's too hot for everybody, so I dump it out and we start over.
Like, listen.
Plus, you
Daddy's,
got to dump out the pee and
Yeah.
slobber. You know.
Daddy's a big time youth pastor. We can afford the water bill.
We can fill up another 40 gallons. We'll be all right.
Has he dropped a turd in there yet?
No, because Allison keeps him in swim diapers.
Okay.
Good.
I'm like,
What
Yeah.
kind of life is that boy going to live if he can't poop in the pool once?
Allison was one of 4 girls. She doesn't get it. So we're slowly working her around to the way Cameron
You
has to
take
live
him
his
to
life.
Clarks Hill, you let him drop a deuce.
Yeah.
What's going to be funny is if you ever move back to a neighborhood. So we lived on 2.5 acres when my youngest was growing up, and he just pee wherever he wanted, off the front
Yep.
porch, back porch, whatever.
That is the best.
So we move in this new neighborhood. We're there like 3 days.
He's out there pissing in the
there he is
driveway.
out there in the middle of the front yard. Neighbors all around. Waved as the car as it goes by, and he's steady peeing. I was like, son, you can't. Daddy, you said I could pee outside. Go pee in the backyard.
I just let him pee. Jackson used to piss off the front porch. Just right out there, people drive by.
I do have a serious question about peeing.
Ask your doctor.
No, serious.
Is this
It's
bad?
not supposed to burn. No.
No, it's not a burning sensation. I'm all about going Winnie the Pooh style in a public urinal. Is that weird?
John is that guy when you walk in the bathroom, he has his drawers around his ankles at the urinal.
Yeah, no one else does that at the stable.
No.
I only do it in airports.
I like having 2 stalls next to me open at all times. You know
I
what
like a
mean?
handicap
And-
stall, man. I love a good handicap
oh,
stall.
my Lord.
I feel like a jerk. No, I don't pull my pants all the way down.
Okay.
I did cover for my friend in junior camp when I was a little kid. The first time I lied that I can remember really burning in my brain.
Yeah.
He pooped in the urinal because he really had to go, and all the stalls were full. And he was, a little second grade boy. He just panicked, pooped in the urinal. And we all lied for him. And the camp was hunting us down, bro. They were grilling everybody.
We gotta know which one of y'all's turd this is.
They said they were gonna get it DNA tested. Because
Why didn't you waffle stomp it, man?
I don't want to know or know what that means.
You never heard of waffle stomping? Google it.
Going off the rails on the crazy train.
Oh man, we're not off the rails. You heard the intro, man. We got a burning fire. Oh my Lord. So what's your most memorable sermon you've ever heard? What changed your life? What hit you? What sticks with you on a daily basis? What can you go to no matter what? Don't say Josh's sermon this morning because it was terrible. Sorry. Who brings a 3-pointer to a 10 minutes, service?
I could think of sermons in moments.
Yeah.
I could think of sermons in moments. I remember when I was in high school, I heard Dean Miller preach a sermon. And it's an illustration you've probably all heard before, but he stretched out a piece of yarn all the way across the auditorium. Mm-hmm. And I was a junior, really trying to decide what I wanted to do with my life. Had a million opportunities like everybody, I always wanted to work in the trades and had all my family did and could have done that any direction. I got a full ride offer to the University of Alabama for grades. So I had every door open I could have wanted, just didn't know which one to take. And he stretched that piece of yarn all the way across the auditorium and had 2 people hold it on each end. And he said, if this is eternity, your life on earth is the first millimeter of this string.
Ooh.
And why in the world, if you could live this one little piece and affect the whole rest of it, why would you live this for yourself?
Yeah.
Like the way you do that first little tiny section will affect the whole rest of this. And seeing that stretched out was so impactful to me.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I think that really is the moment, not that I necessarily said, okay, I'm going to be a youth pastor, right? And that was years later, but at least the moment where I said, if God could use my life to do something that'll impact eternity, not just for my string, but for somebody else's, right?
Yeah.
Then I'd let him. If he could use me like that, then I'd let him.
Yeah.
So that was really impactful to me.
You got to take that ball of yarn and do the same thing, but do multiple strings off of that, man.
Yeah.
And get them teenagers to hold it.
Stretch it off the side.
That'd be beautiful. Good Lord.
So that was a good one. I think in college, I heard, it wasn't even in person, but in college, I heard Scott Polly preach a message called Christ Classroom by the Sea. And he talks about everything he taught the disciples after, when he had cooked them fish and had them breakfast after he resurrected and he was waiting for them.
Yeah.
And I remember that one, God teaching me humility through that sermon and listened to it over and over and over for a few weeks just because I feel like everything in that was hitting me right at the moment.
Yeah.
Just learning how to be an adult,
Yeah.
and never stopping to learn. But those 2 stick out. Obviously, everything Pastor CT preaches, shameless plug, right?
C.T. Townsend in the house.
Every sermon of his is my favorite sermon.
No, we're not mentioning CT Townsend Ministries on this show.
Why? He won't sponsor it?
No.
Wow.
We're not going to plug CT Townsend Ministries. We're not going to talk about CT Townsend Ministries.
You shut your mouth.
He's a
We
great
are.
preacher. It was a plug, John.
Free shout out.
Oh,
Yeah, free shout out.
That was a terrible plug, man.
I
You're
know.
supposed to be upbeat and happy.
I love CT Townsend Ministries.
Yeah. I love CT more than his ministries.
That's true.
As you should.
There would not be a CT Townsend Ministries without a CT.
Why are we debating CT Townsend ministries right now? Oh my Lord. So those 2 sermons changed your life. When was it? Do you recall when you were like, I'm going to be a pastor? What happened?
So when I was in 6th grade,
6th grade.
it was my last year of junior camp. And I lived in a church in Louisiana for a while where my dad worked at that church, and we were there for 5 or 6 years. And it was like every boy there was a preacher boy.
Yeah.
Like they were all preaching at camp meeting and youth takeover nights and like every so it was kind of the cool thing to do almost.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad telling me, like, you don't need to say you're a preacher just because all these boys are. Like, if God didn't call you, that's okay. But that means he has something else for you. To the point where I was almost scared to be called to preach because I'm like, well, I don't want everyone to think I'm just doing it because all my friends are preacher boys,
Yeah.
In my 6th grade year at junior camp, that we were at this camp in Mississippi, in Liberty, Mississippi, I think. And on the last night, this guy preached. I don't remember who he is. I remember he was wearing a smiley face tie.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. And he preached about how I don't remember his text. I remember he kept saying the phrase, God needs a few more preachers. God needs a few more preachers. And just he made it really real to us that it's just going to be the blink of an eye and you guys are going to be grown adults and someone has to lead the church.
Yeah.
And someone has to preach the gospel. And as strong as it was in the moment I got saved, the conviction set in. I remember halfway through his sermon, just waiting for him to be done so I could go down there to the altar and tell God I'd be a preacher.
You weren't thinking about whatever anyone else was thinking.
No, man.
He's just doing it for him.
All that was gone in that moment. You know, all that I knew.
Yeah.
You know, I knew. Like, and I didn't know what that meant, if that would be as a full-time, like in vocational ministry, or if I would be a lay I didn't know what it would turn into, but that's the moment that God called me. It was very distinct.
Yeah.
So how does a good old Southern redneck country boy end up in California as a preacher?
It's who you know all the way to heaven.
Yeah.
Man, that's the truth. I in college, I had a good friend who was a couple years older than me. And we hung out a lot, studied, were friends, worked together in ministry. And then his older brother worked at that church in California. And they were a little bit, the college I went to is a great place. Love it. Wouldn't do anything different. It's where I met my wife. But it's definitely a lot more of a conservative ministry philosophy, even than how I grew up or how I am now. It's just where God had for me to be. And I enjoyed being there. I don't have any problems with it. But with that being said, there wasn't a lot of places hiring from there that I wanted to work at. Because I didn't mind going to school there because that's where God, but I didn't want to be in a ministry necessarily quite as the style that theirs are. Right. And there's no problem with it. It's just style. But that's not what I wanted for my future.
It's boring.
It's a little boring. Yeah.
I'll say it.
So I was like, well, if I'm going to go work at a church, it's going to be from someone I know from before.
Right.
Because the people who come here looking to hire people, we're probably just not going to fit. They're not going to want me any more than I'm going to want them, you know?
So let's just say you're born in a SEC state.
Right.
And you just like being loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like music with more than one instrument, you know? But so I was kind of resolved to coming back home and figured it out from there. But that church in California is kind of the same way, where they march to a little bit of a different drum. And his brother was talking to him on the phone. He's like, man, we need a new youth pastor out here, but it's tough to find somebody who's quite like us. You know, everything fits a little bit different here. And he said, well, one of my friends here keeps saying he's not gonna be able to find anybody who fits. And so he plugged us in and I met Derek on the phone. And then I met Pastor Delaney on the phone. And then we got married in June and we got back from our honeymoon. And
married Pastor Delaney.
Thank you for the misplaced modifiers, dude.
It was California.
Me and Allison had just got married in June. And in July, we flew out there for 2 weeks. And they said, well, look, just come do like a summer internship and we'll pay you guys to help us with Vacation Bible School and something else for 2 weeks. And y'all just stay here and meet the staff and work with us. And if it doesn't fit, then it was just a summer internship, you know, and we'll pay you and you go back home. So we went and it was basically a 2-week interview. You know, we asked them a lot of questions. They asked us a lot of questions and it was really clear it fit really well.
Well, evidently that's God's hand because the internship you don't get paid for.
Right. What's a paid internship?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really neat. And I think I even see now, like 3.5 years isn't a super long time, but God built so much of my own ministry identity and philosophy through Dave Delaney. And like, I cry when I think about him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because he just loves us. He loves us so much. And he treated us like we were his own kids while we were there.
Yeah.
And one of those guys who, as a pastor, is super busy, but makes everything he can a teaching moment. Like myself and Derek and some of the other guys who were on staff there, he would call us into situations that had nothing to do with us and we didn't need our help on, but just so we could be a part of it and learn and see. And he'd talk us through what he was thinking and why he was thinking that. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Taught me how to preach, taught me how to get outline ready. Just
because a lot of people, they won't do that. You know, they don't take the time to teach you things in the moment. A lot of people are just caught up in trying to get through it.
Absolutely.
Instead of mentoring like they should be, you know?
Yeah. And I think he pastors his family really, really well. I think I learned more about family from him than anything while I was there.
Right.
But also the staff. Like he starts top down really clear where he pastors his family before anybody. And then that staff team, he's really intentional with teaching and growing and investing. and then it trickles down from there. So
That's right.
yeah, and I'm sure the older I get, the more I'll appreciate those years. But even now, I can see so clearly, like, it feels a little bit when we were out leaving there, like, God, why'd you even send us here? Like, we should have just went straight to South Carolina because we just came out here and made a bunch of friends, and then now we're leaving them. But even with just a few months of perspective, I can see, like, there's so many things that God taught me and shaped me, and that it wouldn't have worked at all if I came straight here.
That's right.
Like, I needed that time out there.
So now you know how to show those teenagers and get them involved and say, hey, here's a decision. Well, doesn't have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
But sooner or later in life, you or someone you know is going to have this.
Yeah.
Well, I will say on his behalf, just kind of bragging on him a little bit, that was one of the first things that I noticed about Evan, because I was still in the teens when he first came in, is how he handled situations and how he handled the teenagers. He wouldn't just come up and start scolding them. He'd ask questions to intrigue their mind and make them think like, hey, why, if I'd have done this differently, he takes that time and he teaches them. That's what he's there for. But he actually does it. It's not just, hey, I'm going to punish you and send you over here and it's going to be done with. No, he sat down with them and I watched him work through a couple situations that it really impressed me. Like,
we had this conversation
he's the right
a
one.
couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. I brought your name up. He brought your name up or something. And we were just talking about you and he used that example. So, I mean, it's like I said, you can see your work, what you're doing makes a difference.
Well, thank you. And and that's straight from him. Pastor Delaney, he would always say, everything's a teaching moment if you let it be.
You can give me that $20 later. You owe me for bragging on me.
Yeah, I will. No free shout outs.
I'll have to stat on that deal.
Cash app, Aaron.
CT Townsend, you owe me a lot. No, I do think, I told Josh when I first joined the youth department, I said, when you leave, I'm leaving. I mean, I was serious, but I mean, in all, like I would have stayed had I felt like that's what God wanted me to do. And I feel like God's got me where he wants me right now. But when you came, the first time I watched you, matter of fact, it was the night of the all-nighter. That was the first time I seen you handle a problem the next morning. And I was like, how is he about to handle this? And especially with the parent and the kid that it was, I was like, yep, he's the right one.
It takes somebody special to do that department.
Yeah. I was at that all-nighter, wasn't I? I don't remember.
Yeah, because me and you and Mr. Randy were talking at the trampoline park forever.
Oh, my Lord. Shout out to Randy.
That conversation was like a lapse in reality, bro. The simulation broke for a minute there. That was so weird. Man.
Yeah,
we got to the jump park at midnight or whatever, and I just see Aaron.
No, I wasn't there, but I showed up to pick Jackson up.
Yeah, okay. There. So it was you and Logan and Randy over there talking.
Yeah.
And I walked up and started talking.
I don't even remember.
And it was like 4 hours later. It's like, all right, it's time to leave. I didn't even jump.
4 hours later.
Randy Travis. He's a jewelry repair
Randy Travis?
guy. I call him Randy
He's
Travis.
He's a singer.
Okay.
Randy Beckham.
He looks like Randy Owen, though.
Yeah, he's my silver fox is what I call him.
The guy from Alabama?
Yeah.
He does look
Randy
like him.
Beckham.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Last year when we were at Arise, Randy stayed in the cabin I was in, and we had been there probably an hour, and he had his stuff in his room, and like I knew where all the rooms were. Melinda comes upstairs, Melinda Brown, and she's looking around at all these rooms, and she's like, I'm just going in, I'm being nosy. And she's like, who's in this room? And before I could say it, she just opens the door and walks right in. He had just came out the shower. Luckily, he was clothed. And she was like, oops, sorry. And he was just like, how you doing? I mean, he come out of the shower fully clothed. She was like, I just walked in his room and he just came out the bathroom.
He was pooping. Yeah, I love Randy. He's such a good dude.
Good guy, man.
Who is he driving for you this year?
We only got one big bus this year.
What a
Who's driving?
Todd Sawyer's driving the big one.
Okay.
I'll drive a mini bus. Ruben Keener's going to drive. Mitch Alsenbert's going to drive.
Nice.
So how many teenagers do y'all have going?
We're just crossed 140 registered.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you still got what, a week and a half?
Yeah. I mean,
2 weeks?
it'll
be 160 for you.
I'm torn on where.
How many kids?
I may have to close it. I'm talking right now about vans.
Don't close.
We got cabin room, but I don't have vehicle room.
How many
Don't
kids?
We had to get another cabin.
I'm calling. I'll drive to Atlanta to rent a van if I need to. I just got to find a van.
There's a place, and I'll get with you. There's a place in Charlotte that will actually deliver them here.
Oh, really?
How many kids?
Right now?
Yeah.
Just crossed 140, I think.
Shoot. That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
140 kids.
Well, 140 in the group.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably 115 kids. And
That's
then,
still a lot of kids to supervise for leaders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in their age group.
Is it a good mix, or is it like a lot of young kids? What are you feeling?
It's a really good mix. I think it's pretty representative of the youth group because honestly, right now through the spring, we were within 5 or 10 of each other in junior high and high school.
Yeah.
Really?
We were running right about
50.
50 to 60 on both sides, every night.
Really?
So yeah,
I always felt like it was more middle schoolers.
Me too.
But I guess.
Me too. But that's 6th to 8th and then 9th to 12th. And we'd be, we're really between 50 and 60 in both groups all through the spring.
And that's crazy because I know the last couple of years, there's been a large graduating class come out as far as, with the young adults growing from the people coming up. So this year
we got more 6th graders coming in than 12th graders going out. So
that's awesome.
That's the way it should be.
Yep.
Is there a normal time frame that a youth pastor usually stays at a church? Like
the normal one is really short. It's really sad.
Like 5 years.
Yeah, the normal one for a youth pastor, I don't want to say it out because I don't know. It's 5 years or less.
Yeah.
Like because I think we got to a weird place, and especially like American ministry culture, where youth ministry was like a master's degree.
Yeah.
It's like this is what you do after you graduate until you're ready to pastor.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's bad, but it's probably not a mindset that makes you the best youth pastor you could be.
What is your, if you had to say right now, eventually, what is your passion? What you feel like God's going to lead you to do eventually in life?
I think that I will pastor for sure. Or not for sure. Nothing's for sure. I think if pastor a church is probably in my future. I hope. I pray.
Yeah.
Passion wise, every church has an emphasis. You see that in different places. I think the emphasis in that all flows from the pastor's heart, right? What's important to the pastor will translate through and be a part of the culture of that church. So I think in my own heart, it's church planning.
Yeah.
Domestically, but also internationally. Like I'm going next month to Nicaragua. Right after we get back from Mirage, I'm going to Nicaragua. There's a church plant down there that one of my friends knows about.
Is that with the Victory Outreach? Or
it's actually not. That's with a friend that I have down in Florida, who he's done some stuff with Victory before. His company is the one who built that parking lot we just did.
Oh, nice.
The grass lot.
Ashbrander?
Yep, Todd. So he's going, and they've worked down there before, and there's some church plants they help support. So he asked me if I wanted to go and preach. So that's what we're going to do. So I think church planting, before we came here, I thought that's what I was going to do. I thought I was going to be in California with Pastor Dave for however long God had. And then when I left there, it would be 20 miles down the road to plant a church in Southern California.
Yeah.
And even when I went there and for that internship, I told him that was my heart. And from the get-go, that was kind of our plan. He's like, well, you can stay here, help me learn and take care of these teens. And eventually we'll help you plant a church here in Southern California.
And you may go back to Southern California.
And that's what he said when I left. Like I said, everything being a teaching moment.
But I think you're in the right ministry to get you out there and get you connected. Not
Absolutely.
saying that guy out there didn't have a lot of connections,
Right.
but I mean, obviously CT's got connections everywhere, it feel like.
For sure.
Thanks for listening, and remember, the smoke may settle, but the embers stay lit. This was the Gunpowder, Propane, and Jesus podcast. Stay tuned for the next part of this episode.